Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, if you're new here, welcome to our corner of the web, where we talk all things ADHD, Gen X life, and beyond. Today we're diving into a new topic, and that is ADHD people's pet peeves, the things that all of us just despise. And here you go. So let's kick things off with number one, uncomfortable clothes. Ladies, you know what I mean. You remember the old days when we were forced to wear pantyhose and high heels to work? Oh, I'm glad those days are gone. But the itchy tags in your shirts and the tight waistbands, the clothes in materials that just don't breathe, ugh, I hate them. Life's too short to be uncomfortable. Am I right? Next up, number two, we have the dreaded interruptions while we're in hyperfocus. I can't count the times, especially when I was in retail, when I was working diligently and alphabetizing the 45s, and someone would come in and ask me to help them find a jazz record. So I go and do that, and then I've completely forgotten where I was in alphabetizing. You know that feeling when you're finally in the zone, you're conquering your to-do list like Wonder Woman, and then bam, someone interrupts you to ask if you've seen the remote or where the new bottle of barbecue sauce was. It's like throwing a bucket of cold water on a perfectly good flow. For number three, let's talk about feeling rejected. It might sound dramatic, but those of us with ADHD often have something called rejection sensitive dysphoria. When someone dismisses us or doesn't invite us somewhere, even though we had no intention of going anyway, because we're introverts and we want to stay at home, it feels like it's a personal attack. And of course, we replay it in our heads on this endless loop. Who needs that kind of negativity? Then there's the idea of receiving criticism, whether it's constructive or otherwise, and whether it's deserved or not. Constructive feedback is one thing, but sometimes it feels like you're just being attacked for your personality. Whenever we're dismissed like that or criticized, it feels like getting hit with an emotional wrecking ball. Even the smallest slight can sting like 1,000 bees. And here's a big one. Bosses who expect everyone to learn and act like neurotypical people. They just cannot fathom why you struggle with certain tasks or need different methods to learn. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole and being blamed when it doesn't fit. Well, not everyone's brain works the same way, and that's okay. And here's the biggest one for me. People who won't get to the point. We're talking about those that think that every conversation needs a 10-minute preamble or history before they actually say what they meant to say. If you have something to say, just say it. We don't need the backstory about your aunt's diabetic cat to get to the main point. So there you have it, a few of my pet peeves that can make life with ADHD a bit more interesting. But remember, if you've got ADHD, especially if you're an older woman like I am, who was diagnosed later in life, you're not alone in this. Many of us share these struggles, and there's a whole community out here to support you. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your ADHD pet peeves? Drop them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell. Until next time, I'll see you later.